list of some of the best martial arts movies from around the world. Here are the ones that truly stand out. Fury. This Vietnamese action thriller follows Hai Quang, a former female gangster who left her criminal past behind and now works as a debt collector, living peacefully with her daughter in the countryside of Vietnam. But everything changes when her daughter gets kidnapped, and the police are unable to help. She takes matters into her own hands, launching a relentless search mission. What follows is brutal, non-stop action. This film is streaming on Netflix. The Shadow Strays. The action in this movie is absolutely crazy. It delivers fights on par with the John Wick series. The action is so impressive that the director even got the chance to make Nobody 2. This one is a must-watch for all action lovers. The story follows a girl who is a trained assassin and takes on a mission to save a boy named Moji. Along the way, gangsters, corrupt police, and drug lords all turn against her and decide to take her down. Now she has no choice but to fight back against every one of them. And through this journey, we get a full-on action blast that every action fan will enjoy. Reborn. This movie is a hidden gem for action fans. It stars Tak Sakaguchi, a real-life martial arts legend, who showcases a unique close combat style called zero-range combat. The story follows a former Special Forces operative who now lives a quiet life, taking care of a young girl he treats like family. But his past catches up to him when a mysterious figure known as Phantom resurfaces, bringing a squad of deadly soldiers. Their mission is to drag him back into the violent world he left behind. What follows is raw, brutal, and some of the most intense action you will ever see on screen. SPL2, also known as Killzone 2. This film is the spiritual sequel to Killzone 1, but with a completely fresh story. It stars legendary action icons Tony Jaa and Wu Jing. The story follows an undercover cop and a prison guard. The undercover cop, Kit, is working inside a crime syndicate involved in organ trafficking, but the syndicate discovers his real identity and sends him to a Thai prison under a fake name, making sure he is cut off from his superiors and the outside world. On the other side, we have the prison guard, played by Tony Jaa. He has a daughter who urgently needs a bone marrow transplant to survive. With time running out, the guard finds out that Kit's bone marrow matches. But he also discovers that the prison is secretly run by the same syndicate Kit was investigating. They illegally harvest organs from inmates inside the prison, and their next target is Kit. Tony Jaa steps in, teams up with Kit, and together they fight back. This film is a feast for action fans, with Tony Jaa and Wu Jing sharing some epic fight scenes. And yes, this film is also available in English.
배짱! closer. 알아보자네.
Kill. This Indian action thriller keeps you on the edge every single minute. When armed criminals hijack a train, an elite commando steps in to protect his loved ones and fight the dangerous attackers. He takes them down one after another in a brutal and intense way. Most of the film takes place inside a moving train, which makes the action tighter, more interesting, and full of suspense. The movie received a lot of praise for its brutal action style and non-stop adrenaline rush. This film became so popular that it's now getting a Hollywood remake. And yes, it's available on Disney+. Dragon. The film stars Donnie Yen. And when Donnie Yen is in a movie, you already know the action is going to be great. The story follows a man named Liu, living a peaceful life with his wife and children in a small village. But his peace is shattered when Liu fights off two criminals during a robbery attempt and ends up killing them. A detective investigating the case starts to suspect that Liu's story doesn't add up. In reality, Liu is a former member of a deadly martial arts gang. While Liu tries to leave his past behind and live in peace, the gang leader comes after him, forcing him to fight once again to protect his family. This film is a martial arts delight, packed with stunning action sequences and dangerous, well-crafted stunts. A must-watch for every action fan. Chocolate. Directed by the same filmmaker who gave us Ong Bak and The Protector. Unlike most action movies, Chocolate is a female-led action film. It tells the story of a young girl with a brain development disorder. Despite her challenges, she has an extraordinary ability. She can learn martial arts just by watching it. When her mother falls ill and needs money for treatment, the girl sets out on a dangerous journey to collect the debts owed to her mother. Along the way, she unleashes her hidden martial arts talent. What makes this movie stand out is not just the incredible fights, but also the emotional depth behind them. You'll see both heartwarming and heartbreaking moments mixed with intense, powerful action. It's a must-watch for everyone. Raid. For action fans, Raid is an absolute feast. The story takes place inside a 30-story building owned by a powerful drug lord. A team of police officers enters the building, but soon they get trapped inside with dangerous gangsters waiting on every floor. Now our lead officer must fight his way up, floor by floor, taking down each group of criminals to rescue his team and bring down the entire gang. Raid is widely regarded as one of the best Indonesian action films ever made.
Hello?
Even though this film is a gangster movie, its primary focus is action. Set in 1980s Hong Kong, the story takes us to a place beyond law, a city within walls, a maze of tightly packed residential blocks controlled and used by criminals. Chan, a young refugee, gets entangled in a deadly gang war after crossing a powerful crime boss. He takes refuge in the walled city and begins working under Cyclone, the man who rules over the entire area. But as Chan rises through the ranks, his true identity is uncovered. What follows is an explosive clash between loyalty and survival, filled with brutal hand-to-hand combat, gang rivalries, and stunning martial arts sequences. Generally, sequels get messed up when compared to the originals. But surprisingly, Raid 2 is just as good as Raid 1, and even better in some aspects. The story follows Rama, a policeman from Jakarta, who goes undercover as a prisoner to expose corrupt police officers who are connected to a powerful crime syndicate. During this dangerous journey, what unfolds is one mind-blowing action sequence after another. Please watch all the movies we suggested, and if you enjoyed our recommendations, come back and subscribe. Together, let's break the 1-inch barrier of subtitles. We are Non-Hollywood, your one-stop destination for movie and TV show suggestions from across the globe. See you in the next video.